know, I almost formed a thought other than going to the gym and moving heavy objects, and then I showed up here again. Chest day. Today is a big deal, okay? Not only because I'm an idiot, but also because I want to go up and weight, even though there's no real reason for me to do so. I was doing 60s last week for the first time in my life, but I think that I crave more. It's very close to my body weight, and also I'm kind of repping it out. I'm shaking a lot when I do it, if that makes any sense. Like, I'm moving the weight relatively quickly, but I'm also quaking, if you will. But I think that might just be because the weight's too light. That's not what it is, but I'm gonna convince myself it is. Do I condone that you be this stupid? No. No. That's for me and for me alone. What I do know is that overload is crucial, or overloading, or just doing weight that is a lot, is crucial for getting stronger, and that is the only goal. And I was there for like a week and a half, 60 pounds. It's time to go up anyways. I can feel it, all right? If you're new here, today is chest day. It's a rotation split, if that makes any sense, and if it doesn't, go back and watch some more videos. It'll start to make sense. Last push day was a tricep day, which means we're back around to the beginning of the split, which is chest day, meaning we're gonna overload on chest and then do the other push muscles as supplementary muscles. Jesus, the music is loud today. Dude, it's 2 a.m. Who has it this loud? Jesus Christ. Obviously, if we're doing 60s, I think a 25-pound weight per arm is probably just super easy and will be good for doing that. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to make like at least breathing noises while I do this, or maybe just talking so that the music doesn't get picked up and I don't get a copyright claim. Hey, you can't put whatever rap song this is in your music video, or in your video, you bastard, stop it. But yeah, we're doing a warm-up just because we're maxing. I don't usually do a warm-up set ever. I really should, but honestly, I just don't. I just forget. These look very large to me, okay? All right, these look very big. Also, walking over here, if you missed it, I did a small little series this last week. The last 3 days I did a dumbbell only series for those of you who have to follow along at home. And I did Bulgarian split squats for the first time on the channel because I like to avoid that exercise, and for that exact reason, I am sore, okay? I don't get sore a lot. But goddamn, the Bulgarians, they will kill you. They'll go for your throat every time. And that's why I don't do them, man. I like recovering very fast so I can go again. And Bulgarians stop you from being able to do that. So yeah, man, I don't know. They just might not be worth it. The max out song this week is gonna be the opening track to Henri's album Timeless. I think it's called like Cat's Call or something like that. I don't know, but it's a banger, and it's what I'm maxing out to right now. So let's do that. Ooh. 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 Told you I could do it. Ooh, that was too damn easy. What the hell, bro? What am I? What am I made of? That's how many reps I was doing on 60 last week. Some people have to wait a long time to go up and weight. I don't know, I'm just not one of those people. I don't know, at this point in my life at least. At this point where like the weight isn't necessarily that heavy yet. Like the 60-pound weight range isn't actually that heavy. I guess maybe going up here is probably extremely easy in comparison to like the 100-pound rep range, or I mean the 100-pound dumbbell range, but I don't know, man. I've gone up like 20 pounds since the beginning of like doing this exact exercise on the channel, which has only been like maybe a month. So yeah, I don't know, it's pretty cool. I'm gonna celebrate a little bit, and there's nothing you can do about it, except for celebrate along with me. Yay. Yeah, it feels cool. What I don't like is that I almost got a cramp in my hamstring, again, because those goddamn Bulgarian split squats kicking my ass 3 days after or 2 days after I did them. It's always that second day, dude. Yeah, I put the weights up on my knees to prep for the set, and I almost got a cramp in that hamstring. Dude, leave me alone. This was way easier than I thought it was gonna be. It's that warm-up set, dude. I unlocked the power of being able to do a little more weight than I used to be able to. These are much bigger. Like in size, obviously they're only 5 pounds more, but like in size, they feel so much bigger than the 60s. It's insane. Ooh. 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 Whoa. Come on. Nope. Yeah, all right. I think that was 4? I don't know, man. I get so locked in, I just forget to count, which I guess is a blessing and a curse. But the fact that I'm recording makes up for it, because then I get to count it later in the studio. You know, back when I go to look at it and review my footage, when I'm really just skimming it to cut out all the crap in reality. You know, when you post every day, you don't really get to be super artistic with it. You know, I just have to get better at this yapping thing, and that's where a lot of the the meat comes from. But in reality, it is really nice to be able to go back and look at this and be like, oh, okay, this is how many reps I did. Because then I can just like neglect counting, but you at home, make sure to count your reps or jot them down in a little notebook or in your notes app. You know, who carries around notebooks? It's bad for the trees. I carry around a notebook sometimes. I don't know. It depends on how whack I'm feeling that day. Sometimes I just want to carry around a little notebook, you know? Let a guy carry around a little notebook. All right, I'm called the gym goblin. I'm a goblin in every ounce of my life, all right? I want my little notebook. I want my shiny thesaurus that I have at my desk side table, all right? I want to lift heavy, you know, have that all under my belt. You know, I want my little trinkets. Ugh. Ooh. 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 Come on. Boo. For a max set, for first time doing this weight, that all went extremely well. Incline time. Okay, yeah, so this machine, from what I could tell, because we did that, you know, like I said, those 3 days of dumbbell exercises, this machine did a great deal to improve my dumbbell incline press, which is exciting and exhilarating, and it gets my blood flowing and it makes me happy. Because, I don't know, I think we did 2.5 plates. We did 2 plates and a 25 on each side, and I was able to do that. Okay, not as a working set, let's call it a max set. Like, it wasn't exactly 1 rep max, but it was, I think, the most I could actually get up and start repping, because the first rep on this is the hardest thing. But 2 plates was too easy, but I think I'm gonna start just doing 2 plates as my working set, which is totally fine and like very acceptable, seeing as how my normal incline dumbbell press is like, I don't know, now thanks to this machine is a 40-pound dumbbell. But all things considered, I think 2 plates is totally fine for right now. So let's do that. But yeah, this being a machine, it makes the weight a lot less weighty, you know, it weighs a lot less. No, it weighs the same amount. It's just the machine does all the auxiliary lifting for you, you know. My triceps don't have to do much work in comparison to a dumbbell version of this exercise. Neither do my shoulders, you know, it very much focuses the muscle. That being said, still doing this much weight on this exercise is cool, exciting, good for gains, all right? And I like it a lot too, so. Not low enough. Yeah, that's better. Boo! 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 Yeah, wow, okay. I feel like it was working the shoulders a little too much there. I don't know, that's the one problem I have with machines is obviously you can't like correct your movements to a certain extent. Maybe lowering these a little bit would help. Yeah, maybe. And the music is so loud tonight. I'm really sorry if I like have to chop up this video in YouTube Studio after I edit it, you know? Because it's like, actually, we heard a little too much of that song. Do you mind fucking chopping your video up for us? Thanks, Brewski. Now your video can be, unclaimed, even though you don't make any money from this. Thanks, YouTube. Yeah. Anyway. Ooh. 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 Hell yeah, that worked way better. Oh my goodness. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. All right, well, hey guys, try different settings on the machine. You might find out that you're the idiot and not the machine. I know, foreign concept, but just work with me here, okay? Okay, you know, we all have that moment where we realize maybe just trying another setting will work. And this time it did, but hey, oh man, all I know is that I know damn well that this machine worked because again, I think I was struggling doing 35s for like a month straight, if you guys remember that. I was like, just, nope, nothing. I'd take a break off, do this exercise for like 2 days, go back, do that dumbbell thing, and just bam, can suddenly do 40s like they're nothing. So yeah, I'm gonna guess that the one thing I changed about my exercise rotation worked, and really well at that, you know? Ooh. Ah. I tried on that last rep, but it absolutely did not go up. All right, now we've got cable shoulder flies until I drop dead. Simple. Now, we still have 2 exercises after this, but they're for triceps. So this one, what I like to do is bring the cable to about arm height. You can't really see it, but you know, this is the cable. My arm rests about here on my body. And you put it behind you, obviously we're not gonna be doing anywhere near 65 pounds on this exercise, and if I did, I'd have shoulders the size of, you know, like Ronnie Coleman by now. But no, we're on 10 pounds. I'm gonna warm up on 5 though. All things considered, my form on this needs a lot of work, but that's okay. I think I might have to move the camera, honestly. This exercise is just really good. It works everything very well in the shoulders. So I like to do sets of this until I feel like I can't really do it anymore. And that's on my non-shoulder targeted days, because on my shoulder targeted days I do about 2 to 3 movements, but 1 is fine for the shoulders. I think this exercise particularly is fine to be the only exercise for the shoulders on a day where I'm not targeting them. Yeah, just warm up until you feel a little bit of a burn, and then go to your working sets. Maybe we'll do it a little lower, honestly. All right, 10 pounds is what I think we stopped on yesterday, simply just because my left arm is really lagging behind here. Yeah, God, all right, maybe I will take a rest. What the hell, dude? Why is 10 pounds so heavy? Maybe it is too low? Maybe? I don't know, we'll just leave it there, give it a second. My left arm just keeps letting me down every day, dude. Every day it keeps letting me down. I don't know. I try not to, you know, on 2 arm exercises, I try not to, you know, blast that right arm up ahead of anything else, you know? And honestly, on most exercises, the left arm can keep up with the right arm entirely. It's just like bicep and shoulder. Weird. I don't know. Ooh. 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 Why the hell is it doing this thing where I like can't not have it drag across my body on my left arm? Let's see. Well, obviously I shouldn't do it right now, but maybe I'll just step forward a little bit. I don't know. Anyways, that was disappointing. Awesome. I don't know what it is. My left arm feels my left shoulder feels extremely fatigued, and my right shoulder doesn't really feel anything. I mean, it's been feeling stuff since the incline bench machine, but yeah, not really. I don't know. Stupid isometrics or whatever. Why can't my arms just be perfect imitations of each other at all times? I shouldn't have to work for this. Oh my God, why am I even in the gym, dude? I should just be buff all the time without even having to try. Try gear. No, I'm kidding. I don't know, that just sounded like, I don't know, that sounded exactly like, if steroids could have an advertisement, that's what it would be like. Oh, I hate trying hard. Trend. Did you guys watch that interview of, what's his name, Madam? That interview guy who takes things really far. He did one with the Trend twins, and he said, so would you say you guys are one of the only 2 people in the world who work out and actually become less healthy? Really funny. It's like, yeah, dude, I'm 24 or whatever, and he looks maybe 50. Light back exercise in the middle of the shoulder day. Anyways, oh. All right, I figured something out. Mid set. You don't actually need to have it dragging across your body, I don't think. Just when you get to that top part of the motion, just make sure your shoulder is like the only thing working, and you should be good. I don't know, I was pulling it and I was having the wire come across like my trap instead of my entire back. Felt the same kind of pull, but it didn't feel like I was like having too much tension on my shoulder like I was for a little bit there. And I was able to do a couple more reps. Figuring things out on camera with everybody. Hell yeah. Just one more of these and then it's tricep time. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do an overhead tricep extension and then I'm gonna do dips if I have enough battery percentage. Ooh. This exercise is quickly becoming a mainstay in the rotation. Not because I can do a lot of weight or anything, but I can like feel it working. So yeah, overhead tricep time. Should probably play the music first. Shit, this angle sucks. Whoa. Oh. Too light, honestly. Entirely too light. I don't know, that looks like 30 to me. 35, around that weight. Yeah, this exercise is great, man. I don't know what else to say in between sets right now. Overhead motions are apparently extremely important for getting a lot of the definition and the size in the tricep. Ooh. 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 Ah. Ah. Man, am I happy to be back on machines. You know, taking those couple of days off, really, I don't know, it felt like I was falling behind. It doesn't feel like I'm falling behind too much, like too bad. I think I maybe could have gone up on weight on these to around the 40 weight rep range if I didn't take off that like one day, but who knows. It definitely didn't stunt my chest growth. Went up to the 65s really easily. Why not? Let's do one more, and then we'll do heavy pull downs. The always back up good exercise. Ooh. 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 It's V time. We're gonna try about 65 again on here for 2 sets, just 2. Heavy meaning we go till about failure or close to it, and that's it. It's pretty easy, pretty simple stuff, and I don't have much time to waste, so let's go. Boo! Ooh! Ah! Bah! This attachment hurts. Oh, my poor hands. Oh. Yeah, man, I don't know. I hate being in a hurry, but at least we got the muscle we were focusing, of course. You know, the chest. Worked it out really well today, actually, I think. I think I'll try and charge up 2 batteries next time so I can get a dip movement in there. I think for tricep days, I actually want to get dips in there so we can start doing weighted dips, which are great. With that being said, the only reason I'm not doing them today, and which you should do them, is because my battery camera is dying and I like doing my little send-off at the end, especially because it's good for thumbnail pictures. Boo! You know, freaking ready? First I gotta close the door so my yapping doesn't disturb the other like 3 people who are here. Yeah, man, I don't know what to say. The gains have been gaining. I've been seeing my, like even in bad lighting, I've been starting to look a lot better. Not like, whoa, this guy can go to a bodybuilding competition. No, just better in a lot of ways. I'm sure that audio is just great, my bad. Like just this silhouette alone is getting so much better. I don't know. That's what's most important to me. But then there's the front double bi, of course. My gut still needs just a little bit of work. Personally, you know, we can see the core coming through, but still needs some work. The chest is doing okay. The triceps, the triceps are tricepping. Yeah, obviously got to get the tattoo arm in there. The forearms are veining. Yeah, why not? All right, thanks for showing up. Another day, another pretty awesome workout. We hit the 65s. We were cooking, dude. Cooked. We cooked. We don't have to cook anymore. We cooked. 65s, done. Easy. If I keep going up, the boobs are gonna keep getting bigger, and that's the goal. Yes. Next we wanna hit 70 pounds, obviously. We're gonna try that in another week. See what happens. You know, it's been, it just gets easier and easier. What can I say? But what I can say is that I also, on the incline machine, I wanna get another 25 on there. Maybe try a different machine with a more drastic angle, see if I can do similar weight. And with that all being said, tomorrow will be back focused pull day. So don't be late. And I'd be happy if you subscribed, stuck around, and, you know, hung out. And I'll see you when I see you. So have a good morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are. And go to the gym. Exercise, work out, take care of yourself. Bye. Whoa, bye.